Abs girls, how you doing? Let's do another pick a card. I'm struggling to find my words, so I'm doing this video for I don't know how many times. It's Sunday. I don't know when you're watching this. Maybe they explain a lot. Anyhow, moving on. So today is gonna be, what would they say if you called them? So 2 pounds. I'm going straight in because my God. So that could be a bit triggering. Let's take cool. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Pile number 1, what would they say if you called them? 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, Queen of Cups. Wow, interesting. A lot of 5, which is about, crossroad, traveling, making decision. Do I go right? Do I go left? Okay, 5 is an interesting number. There's definitely what they will say, that a lot of regret, that they wish things have worked differently. Obviously, they may have behaved in a wrong way or whatever was happening. They wish they could save the situation. And maybe that's what they will say, that they were about to call you, contact you, whatever, and trying to work it out. Can we work it out? Okay, because what we had was an amazing potential, and it's a shame to let it go. Maybe that's what they will say. They will say as well that they've been thinking about it and debating in the mind, should I not, should I not? And I'm glad actually you contacted me, because in some ways I was going to, but I couldn't make up my mind. But I'm aware there's a lot of regret. There's also maybe between you two there was a lot of battling going on, but also a lot of chemistry. And they was trying to work it out. Is it because of the chemistry and calling back, or because it is real feelings? I do feel that emotion very much there with the cups. What they would say, Queen of Cups, male, female, doesn't matter, is someone who's protecting their heart. And that's why maybe they will try to say to you that actually they were protecting their heart, not contacting you, but they may be as well tired of doing so and wanted to approach you as well. They may have also think that you are protecting your heart, and so they may be quite surprised and happily surprised that you contacted them, because then they didn't know what to think about you. You were kind of like covering your heart. Yes, they were going to contact you in a vulnerability, with their vulnerability, and maybe that the way they will respond. Because they have a lot of feelings, they have a lot of cups here, so they have a lot to say, they love to share with you. They were obviously making their mind, and they were still debating it. They probably will say to you that they for a long time cover their heart, cover their eyes, not to see the reality, didn't want to open up to you. However, they realized by not being with you that actually that was a mistake. And you can see with here the moon, they're waking up to that truth, and then sometimes is a little bit challenging. Yes, what would they say if you call them is that actually the door is never closed, and they would like to work it out. They would like to maybe learn a new way of being, a new way of saying things, a new way to be in a connection, to also learn new skills in general and make it work. And they are happy to give it a chance, because number 8 is obviously never ending. So I don't think they will reject you if you call them. I don't think they would be harsh. They will be maybe a bit protective of their heart, but at the same time they will appreciate the bigger picture, saying that actually I was going to contact you in some ways and open up about my emotion, my feelings, whatever it was, and trying to work it out, because there is regret, definitely. I like it. Okay, so that was pile number 1, very straight to the point. What about pile number 2? What would they say if you call them? 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the Empress. Ooh. So they will say that, yeah, number 5 again, being in a crossroad, but this card is very much about trying to stay busy, trying not to think about you. That's why they will say that they really try very hard to, oh my God, be busy bee really, and try not to focus on you. However, you were still lingering in the back of their heart, back of their mind, it didn't really matter what they were trying to do, you were still there. And they felt more and more that it was important for them to make that move, make a decision, take a chance maybe. And maybe as well they thought they had to sort out some things, even though they were feeling in a cold, they had to be present with what was happening now, and take care of what was going on in front of them first of all. It could be read in a different way here. It could be read as you representing this woman or this person, male, female, doesn't matter. You may have cut them off, and for them to hear you again might kind of trigger that pain again. The fact that there's an Empress, male, female, doesn't matter. I also think in a funny way that maybe they kind of trying to forget you because they were with someone else, and they may be still with someone else, and it's a little bit challenging for them. It could be read as well as you needed to be away from them in order to become the Empress. So I don't know what to think about that one, and I'm gonna obviously develop with more cards, but it could be either that you cut them off and they're trying to forget you and they find it difficult, but also they probably saw you developing as well and growing as a person. But it could be that they are still lingering with someone else. So I'm just like, don't know. Oh, what did I say? Yeah, they're still probably in the middle of the road. Because they could stay put. And that's what they say. If you're calling them now, they say, well, I had that decision to make, would I stay where I am, even though I might be bored, or, take a chance, take a gamble with you. But you guided, that's why they can't get you out of their mind, because you too are guided. And it's about learning maybe to balance your emotion, to balance yourself as a person, and maybe as well both of you, but to become, the Empress, whether it's male or female. You maybe were kept apart in order to grow and to learn more about your purpose in life, maybe learn who you were and what you can do in this life. And there's a reason for everything. Sometimes it doesn't happen right now because there's a process to go through, and sometimes people get a bit impatient by that, but there's a reason for everything. So you guided no matter what. I want to know more that. Yeah, it's the nostalgia of pure love here. So you may have cut them off, and so they had to get on with things, or they may have cut you off. At the same time, you are the one they really care about, and it's difficult to let go of the idea of you and what you were presenting, because you may have cut them off in order to really embracing who you are, and as a result you're even more magnificent than what you used to be at the time. Found it difficult. Yeah, I think that was a necessity for you guys to be maybe separated in order to give birth to yourself, and maybe to give birth to this connection again, but in a better place. You both needed to discover who you were, and they might appreciate that. They can't get you out of their mind, and they did try there, and they're probably still trying. But if you were to contact them, I think they would appreciate that. They were not ready at the time, but they will be happy to maybe give it a chance now, because they're strengths. Absolutely, they're much stronger than what they were before, because they're more aware and they're more alert, and they're awake. Before they were not, and also you just use that time to be in your own power as well. So it's strengths to strengths, really. So very there you go. So I was going to say is quite equal, strengths to strengths. Indeed, very balanced, balancing the scales, doing the right thing, finding that equilibrium. And it goes very well, if I'm correct, with this one. It's about balancing the scales, balancing the emotions. Pretty damn good, I would say. I'll leave it there to be continued, I guess, but I think it's quite fascinating. So That's the word, fascinating. On this note, have a beautiful day and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.